Is this an artificial crisis? Why the urgency? I mean, have we never been in debt as a nation before? I mean, so what's the issue here?
It is an artificial crisis. Let me talk in sort of a couple different ways. If we focus on Social Security, there's no crisis at all. Social Security is the most fiscally responsible part of the budget or part of the federal government, and it can pay all benefits in full and on time until 2036, and 3/4 of benefits after that, even with no action whatsoever. So the idea of being able to pay all costs for 25 years as a crisis is Alice in Wonderlandish. With Social Security, I wouldn't even go so far as to say it's a problem. It's like saying, the Lambert Airport needs some runways in 20 years. Well, I guess that's a problem, but it's prudent. It's just kind of managing what's out there. We know that it's there, and we want to make sure. That's the situation of Social Security. We know after 2036 we need some additional revenue, and we should be planning for that now. We shouldn't wait until the brink. But to my mind, that's not a problem. That's just being responsible. Social Security is not welfare. If people earn it through their contributions, minimum wage workers pay on their first dollar of earnings. It is, as I say, it's insurance that people pay for, and they earn, and they have a right to. Security is all about is preventing people from becoming poor in the first place. It's why we have a minimum wage. If people can work, we want them to work, and we want them to have a living wage. And then if they lose those wages, we want them to have some insurance so they don't fall into poverty. It used to be people became destitute. We would not have any of these programs without unions and without workers standing up and fighting. And it's no accident that we got minimum wage, maximum hour, and collective bargaining rights at the federal level, and Social Security and then survivors benefits a few years later, all within a few years, because they all come out of the same need for security against the loss of wages. I mean, that's what unions are there for, and they understand, and it all works together. And you asked earlier about this attack on unions, and it is all of a piece. If you weaken unions, then you could forget these other programs. They're not going to be there for us.